All right, we're live. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the video. I'm late. I am late. I did say in the chat that I've been having a lot of problems. My whole thing has just been messing up, right? Click a Brick, Steve, and Anna. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a moment. I'll do. I'm gonna make myself look as pale as possible. I've been having like all sorts of technical issues. OBS, if you know what OBS is, that's what you use to stream. Kept crashing. My green screen wasn't getting picked up, and I almost was just like, whatever. Sorry I was not in your past 3 streams. Don't worry about it. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, I'm hoping everything's okay now. And then, yeah, so my camera went all messed up. I had to swap to my old camera again. And then when I swap to my old camera, I have to redo all the settings for, I have to redo all the settings for the green screen. And then the green screen wasn't getting picked up. It was just, and then the lighting wasn't right. And then I had to keep moving lights around. It kept like, the green screen kept flickering. Like it kept like flickering for some reason. I don't know why. So everything was going wrong. So my plan was to stream. I'm 33 minutes late, if you want to be precise. All the lighting went all messed up. Like I changed my camera to my old camera. Because I didn't like the camera I'm using, even though this one's technically better, but for some reason the other camera was being better picked up with the lighting and the green screen. Well, then all of a sudden now it wasn't working, and then yeah, OBS kept crashing when I kept trying to change like settings for the green screen. It just kept crashing. So yeah, and then like I said, the lighting wasn't working correctly, because if you don't realize, I say this many times before, but if I was to, oh, whatever. I'm not gonna bother trying to do it. But you need lights. It's good. I'm fine. I'm just stressed out because I've just spent nearly 1 hour trying to fix this. Actually, no, it's been an hour, because I was supposed to stream at 6. Well, 34 minutes ago, which was 6 p.m. for me. But I was actually messing around with this at 5:30. So it's been over an hour that I've been trying to get this to work. So that's why maybe I may seem a little stressed out. Okay, it's 6:34 p.m. for you. Well, you just told me you live in Britain, or you're British, or you're English, whatever. Because it's the same time for me. All right, so I've also changed my mic settings again as well. You're in Sweden, yeah. Sweden are an hour ahead. You must have some like time travel or something like that. So we're gonna go to this swirly sky over here. Okay, so what I looked it up because I couldn't remember exactly how you're supposed to do it, but the way you're supposed to do this is you're supposed to beat all the dungeons, and then when you go to the end, you do this whole quest to do this, but you don't actually have to do that. You can just go to the island. What did you do before? Do before what? What do you mean? So the reason why I didn't like this camera was because for some reason the light goes all, like my face keeps going from red to pale all the time. What I do on the other streams? Well, I'm not going to sit here and start telling you about what I did on like 10 hours worth of streams. It's so laggy for you. Turn down the stream quality. If you turn down your stream quality, it should be fine. If it's laggy, it's on your end. I am streaming in 1440p. But yeah, I'm not going to start going through 3 streams worth of what I've done. The big thing is I beat the Spirit Temple. Not the Spirit Temple, Lightning Temple, aka the Gerudo Desert stuff. But if it's lagging for you, it's a you problem, I'm afraid. Wow, what happened there? All right, we need to get over to that big thunderhead over there. Ow, that hurt. I also changed my mic settings because I didn't like the fact beforehand, and it may still be the same, but there was too much bass in my voice. And then when you play it back, it was all this low, like low sounds. Anyway, so I've been messing around with a lot of stuff, but yeah, this whole camera business is really annoying me. This is why I don't bother. Sometimes don't bother with the green screen because sometimes it's just messed up. Right, I need to get over there. But yeah, I did the lightning temple yesterday. The quality is, I mean, I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about that. That's on your end. That's your internet. It's completely fine from it. I've not dropped any frames. I'm not lagging. So it's on your end, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that. Well, there's literally nothing I can do about that, in fact. Literally nothing. But where can I get rockets from? I need rockets. Alright, we're going over here. Yeah, are you using your Wi-Fi or are you using like mobile internet or something like that? Because yeah, unfortunately, there's not much I can do about your internet. I just rejoined. Gotta go? No problem. And also, with all the problems I've been having, all the technical issues, it is, and I keep the past few streams, you're gonna get bored of me saying this, but it is really hot. And a lot of people, so like, especially Americans, they go, what? 30 degrees Celsius, which is, right, what's Celsius to Fahrenheit? Oh, what's Link's freezing here? Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, so it's, what the hell? It's been like 30 to 31 degrees. So it's 87 Fahrenheit, nearly 88 Fahrenheit. And the problem, and a lot of Americans go, oh, that's nothing. That's not that hot. But what you got to realize is it's been really hot today. Most homes in the UK do not have air conditioning by default. And I think most in America, a lot of people have air conditioning. So what we get this like stale heat. And for me specifically, and I've said this many times, where I'm at right now in this room that I'm in, I have like this big patio door. So it's a massive glass. It's just glass right there. It's just glass, right? And the sun, where it is where I'm positioned and where the sun is in the summertime, it's here all day, right? So the heat is just, and it's magnified, okay? So yeah, and I live in I guess I live in a flat, or if you want to call it if you're American, an apartment, but we call it a flat. And I'm sandwiched in between. I'm like in between 2 and 2, right? So I'm in the middle. Okay, I'm sandwiched 3 ways. So I get everybody else's heat. So I'm kind of like blocked in when it comes to heat. And so I don't have, like I say, homes in the UK don't by default or whatever have air conditioning. So unless you go out and buy your own air conditioning unit, you have to rely on fans. Now, luckily, and I'm hoping it's not getting picked up on the microphone, I don't think it is, but I have a small fan and a large fan, a tower fan here, constantly blowing on me. But the problem with it is because it's so like the heat is so like, it's just stuck. It's like a stuffy heat. It's basically just blowing around hot air. It is basically what's happening. So getting really hot and frustrated, things not working, and then also as well with the green screen on, which I don't have to have the green screen on, but I think green screen looks better than, and I don't have an interesting background, right? And now I have one here, one there, and one here, light. And the lights are, you know, they're big lights, box lights to light up this screen. So the green screen works, okay? It's so hot. Yeah, my room is like, it's just a constant heat, this room I'm in. As you know, it's, if you're, obviously you're in the UK as well, so unfortunately, yeah, unless you go out and buy your own air conditioning, you're stuck with just having a fan and stuff like that, which doesn't really help when the heat is just stale. You want to see my cats? They're not in here right now, but I'm sure at some point my cat Samson will probably show his face. You have a cat, he's 13. That's pretty good age for a cat. The oldest cat we ever had was 21, I think. She had to be put down a few years ago because she ended up getting some sort of dementia. It was his birthday this Wednesday. Yeah, my two cats are... I don't know what date they were born, but they were born in March of 2021. So they are 4 years old at this point, or just over 4 years old. Yeah, we had a cat who she was 21 or 22, I think. And she has to be put down. I actually went with my mum. I went with my mum. And I'd never seen, we've had animals be put down like throughout my life, you know, loads, but I'd never actually seen it happen. And because her name was Taz as well, Tazzy, we called her Tazzy, and she ended up getting like dementia. So she was like, she wasn't there anymore. She was, if you look at cats with dementia, then it's pretty disturbing, especially when it's your own cat as well. And anyway, so I went with my mom to get her put down, and oh my, because I'd never seen it happen before, and I'm a grown man and I'm not afraid to say I absolutely broke down. Like I broke down. It was awful. It was horrible. Just like they inject the thing in like a tube, squirt some liquid, and just like that, she's just dead. It was quite, it was actually really hot. I cried my eyes out, but I'm not afraid to admit that. Nothing wrong with crying. Actually, I think it's good to cry. All these idiots that go, oh, cry. If you cry as a man, it's you're not masculine enough. I'm all about a man being masculine. Oh, balls. I'm all about a man being masculine, right? I'm all about masculine men. But I say that crying does not show that you're not masculine, right? So sad, no cats in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. Are there not? I thought there were. So yeah, I'm not afraid of crying. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. My cat was put down in August 2024, but it was for the best. He was put down. Oh no, of course. I mean, like I say, our cat was our cat that we had to put down. I'll say our cat. It was my mom's cat, but she'd been there. We didn't have her from when she was a kitten. We had her since 2008, but she just became like, she was like just there. If you know what I mean? She was like part of the furniture. And like I say, she ended up getting dementia. She was pretty bad. So yeah, it was pretty rough. And like I said, we've had cats all my life, pets, all sorts of pets, dogs, cats, and whatever. And we've had pets put down, but I'd never actually physically seen it before. Like I never actually went to witness an animal being put down. And yeah, I broke down. It was awful. Also, this is going to be quite tricky. We're in the Thunderhead right now. We gotta. It's going to be very visually hard to see here. Oh. Okay, we made it. 1 minute of silence. You had the best name? What was the name? What was your cat's name? Lincoln Zelda Nerd. Welcome to the stream. Oh, where's the shrine? I did not see this shrine. Pig. That is I'll say it's a unique name for a cat. The one we had was called Taz. T-A-Z. Or we would call her Tazzy. Or Fatty Pig. When I was a little kid, we had a lot of chickens, so I saw them get their head chopped off. I like the way you spelled chopped, by the way, but, so what, did you breed, where you lived on a farm or something like that? My mom's got pet chickens, and unfortunately, one of them got killed recently from a fox getting in the garden. Yeah, so don't you apologize? No, I think it's funny, because if you think about it, chopped, C-H-O-P-T actually sounds like that's how it's supposed to be spelled. Chopped. Pig was like 11 or 12. Yeah, it's a decent age for a cat. When I was younger, I had a pet rat as well. I'm actually considering trying to get another pet rat, but I never know where you get them from. And people go like, ugh, rats, they're full of diseases. And what people don't seem to understand is a pet rat is not the same as a brown rat you'd find out in the sewers and out on the streets. It's a different, it's bred to be it's bred to be a pet. But I had a pet rat, and I trained him, and he was just like a little cat. You had 2 rats, but they died last year. Yeah, I had a rat. I guess what I named my rat? I named my rat Scabbers because I was like a Harry Potter fan growing up, and I was like, oh well, why not call it Scabbers? Like, you know, the rat from Harry Potter. It didn't look like the rat from Harry Potter, but I just thought, you know what, call it Scabbers. I couldn't think of anything else. I trained it, and like he would come out and he would like sit on my shoulders and fall asleep and stuff like that. He was like a little cat. My other cat died in a litter box. Wow, what a way to go. Your cat always eats rats and baths. He eats baths? But yeah, my rat only ever bit me one time, and I've actually still got the scar. You won't be able to see it, but I've actually still got the scar. Oh, he takes baths. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought that's what you meant, but I was confused, I must admit. But yeah, so my rat only ever bit me one time, and so when I was a kid, my rat was in like a massive cage. But my dad built him a little house inside made out of, you know, like an old like CD player or something like that. It was actually, I think it was an old, like really old CD, but it used to have these big chunky speakers, right? So what my dad did was, it was just an old thing. So what my dad did was, he scooped out, basically made it so it was like a box, made a little house, and that's where he slept in. Well, one day my brother came to visit, my older brother, and I was like, I really wanted to show him my pet rat, how cool he was. I was only like, just about 13 or 14 at the time. I was like, man, I really want to show my brother my pet rat. And me, like an idiot, I put my hand, and he never bit me. He was always, he never bit me at all, ever before that. But because I stuck my hand into like his little den, he bit me on my hand. Still got the scar on my hand. One of my hands, it's right there. You won't be able to see it, but I still got a scar. And it's only because I stuck my hand into his little den is the only reason why he bit me, which is fair enough. I've got a stiff neck today. I think I've like slept funny. It's kind of weird. I had a stiff shoulder for like days. Now I've got a stiff neck. Oh. You have an eyelash gecko, and he's so cute. Yeah, I've had pet geckos before. Well, I didn't. My son did. At his nan's house. He had a pet snake as well.
Link, Zelda's chosen protector. Take this. Follow the light.
Link, open your eyes. Yeah, I've had all sorts of pets over the years. Okay, so I remember the first time I found this, I was like, oh my god, what is this? Fun fact, Link and Zelda live together. Didn't know that. You said you want to see one of my cats? You said you want to see one of my cats. Samson. Samson, come here. Come here. Come here. Up. Up. Come on. He's shocked that I'm actually inviting him up. I never invite him up because I hate it when he sits on my desk because he lays on my keyboard. Samson. Come here. Up. He's not jumping up. There he is. Oh, come here. Oh, you pulled my headphones out, cat. I had a pet rabbit that died at 2 years. He got a stick in his eye and it got infected. Oh, no. This is Samson. Samson, look at the camera. Look. There you are, look. This is Samson. Huh? This is Samson. He looks really black, but that's just because the lighting's all messed up. Stop spamming symbols. What? What is wrong with Nightbot? Is Nightbot on his period? Why were you timed out for 5 seconds by Nightbot? What happened there? Oh, it's... do you know what? I need to... Go on, Samson. There you go. Oh, give me a sec. I need to sort out Nightbot because Nightbot's on his period. Your cat hates everyone. My cat's the opposite. Now I've got cat fur all over me. Give me a sec. Let me go to... Let me go and give Nightbot... Nightbot's on his period. I don't know why... I don't know why he's like... He's doing that. Chat moderation. Let's have a look. Excessive symbols. Settings. Is that what you were timed out for? Not on my watch. Hold on. Okay, apparently if you spam... Hey, Anna, can you do me a favor? Type in what you typed in again. With all the bunch of exclamation marks and stuff. Yeah, do it again. It's all right. Just, I want to see something. Link and Zelda, I have 4 cats and 4 dogs and 2 cats. That's a lot of animals. See, what I don't understand... See, okay, right, so... Oh, crap, you were timed out for 90 seconds. I'm sorry. Hold on. How do I do that? I'm sorry. I didn't... It was not supposed to be for 90... Ah! Sorry, you were timed out for 90 seconds. Okay. Okay, so basically there was a all right, okay, so now just give me 1 second. If you spam 18 or more symbols in one message, you'll get timed out for 15 seconds. Beforehand, it was 8 symbols and you get timed out for 90 seconds. I apologize, Anna, if you're still here. I was testing something and you were my guinea pig. Talking to pets. You were my guinea pig for a moment. I apologize. You should be back there. Also, you know the way the text is up here? Do you like the way the text is like that? Or I don't really like it like that, I don't think. Gotta go. All right, no problem. I don't think I like the text like that. Let me see if I can change it. Right, we're going to change it to Twitch's. We're going to change the way it looks to how it looks on Twitch. Okay. Also, another question about the chat, okay? Should I have... Welcome back, Anna, by the way. I apologize for that. I was testing something. Now you shouldn't get... If you type the same thing, you shouldn't get timed out. That you try. Well, be warned, if you get timed out, don't blame me, but you should not get timed out now. Okay, so do you prefer the text? So you know the text above me? Do you think it's better above me or below? But what would be better? So now you should only get timed out if you do... See, but the thing is, Anna, that was more than 18 symbols. If you do more, if you spam 18 symbols, you'll get timed out for 15 seconds. Is it better above? Okay, thank you. I apologize if this is like boring, more boring than normal for what I'm doing right now. But the thing is, when you're doing live streams, you know, a lot of people are so used to like edited videos where everything's like, you know, smooth. There's no pausing, blah, 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 blah. But when you're live streaming, you know, sometimes you have to do things on the fly. So I apologize if this is boring, but you know, what's new here, right? Your dogs are small. What kind of dogs do you have? You got little like Yorkshire Terriers or something like that? Well, yeah, you're going to get timed out for that. But it's only 15 seconds, so... Yeah, so if you do 18 symbols, you'll get timed out. That's not specifically to, like, thingy anybody specifically, but... It's just that sometimes... I mean, you see it gets timed out, but you still see the message on the screen, so it doesn't really matter. You get sent to Nightbot prison for 15 seconds. They do count. They do, yes. It seems to be the case. But it's just that, you know, because sometimes you get people coming into streams and all they'll do is just spam a bunch of things all the time. Chihuahuas and a poodle Pomeranian Yorkie. Ooh. Do letters count? I don't know. Try it. It says symbols. I'm assuming if you spam the same symbols over and over again, it will do it. But I don't know. What's my favorite dog breed? A border collie. Or a husky or something like that. Although huskies are very boisterous. Extremely boisterous. And like hyperactive. What if you want 25 pots? Then you're going to get timed out for 15 seconds. You're going to do 18 different symbols. Hey, if you were a YouTube member on my channel, you'd have specific like emotes for the channel, you know. Just saying. I'm joking. You don't have to. I've never asked for anybody to be a member on my channel. I just have the alert pop up on the stream every 30 minutes saying if anybody wants to join, then they can. But I would never ask anybody to give me money at all. I have had members on the channel before because somebody gifted members to me before, but yeah. Okay, so they do count. There you go. You got Nightbot working overtime today. Nightbot is working overtime. I think Nap only cares if you do 18 symbols that are the same. I'm not too sure. Well, the thing is as well, nobody's going to be, you know... nobody's really going to be spamming, you know, 18 plus. And obviously now you're spamming 18 plus because you're testing to see if it actually does anything, right? But in general, people aren't going to come in and start just spamming, you know, stuff like that. Do you know what's funny as well? Like, sometimes some people, you ever been in people's streams and they actually at Nightbot, they think it's a real person. You got banned. We got timed out for 15 seconds. You want to donate so bad? No. Never. I appreciate it, but never do that. Yeah, don't ever use money that isn't yours, because what happens is wait, what do I do here? So what will happen is you'll see with people will donate to streamers off their parents' cards, and then what will happen is they will find out, and then what will happen is they will activate a chargeback, which then will, and if you do it through PayPal, that is, and then they will activate a chargeback, which then costs the person you gave the money to give it back. So at the end of the day, you're actually going to cost the person you want to give money. You want to? Oh, you want to take your own money? Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Like I say, I never ask, but it's like to become a member, like the basic member, it's like $1.99, but I don't know why it's in like dollars or anything like or other currencies, but it's $1.99 to be a member, and you don't get anything really special with being a member, like except from custom emotes, and I only have a couple of emotes. Because I'm only allowed a couple of emotes, and they're not that good, but it's just there. And the only reason it's activated in the first place is because you have to get to a milestone to even be able to have that. So I just thought it was cool to, like, you know, it's like an achievement to actually, you know, get that. Like, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours. You gotta go click a brick, no problem. Spam emojis. Well, don't, because they're not just not going to show up. I can see the emojis, but you can't. Come.
Link. Zelda's chosen protector.
But if you spam emojis, you won't come up on the stream.
You must hurry.
You gotta go, but you're back. That was one of the quickest gotta goes and backs I've ever witnessed in my life. $12.95 Swedish krona is £1. Oh, so you just double that then, right? Sorry for the spelling. No, it's fine. So yeah, just basically double it, I guess. All right, we're in the Spirit Temple. Also, before I forget, let's go, Wolf Link. Oh, I got some chickens today. The thing is, I actually have 4 more Zelda amiibos, but they're in boxes. Look, I have Tears of the Kingdom Link here in its box. I also have Link's Awakening Link in its box. I also have Tears of the Kingdom Zelda and Ganondorf as well. But I kept them in their boxes because, I don't know, I kind of want to keep them in the box for some reason. My PC's really hot. How'd I get that glider fabric? With the Twilight Princess Wolf Link emoji amiibo. Which I got with Twilight Princess HD for the Wii U. Nightbot doesn't care if you do 17. Yeah, if you do 18, that's when it times you out. I made him say emoji. Yeah, I meant to say amiibo, but it's because we're talking about emojis. You don't know how to use an amiibo on an emulator? You can't? Well, you can on Cemu. You can on Cemu though. You can download codes and then like it kind of acts so like on the Cemu when you pull out the amiibo thing, if you press the thing, it'll pop up as if yeah, so you know, yeah, on Cemu, yeah, you can, yeah. Die, dumb bot. Hey, click a brick. Let's drop the whole spamming Nightbot thing, okay?
I am happy you have arrived.
We don't have to keep doing that.
At last,
we've passed that now. We've got past that.
Unfortunately, I no longer have a body. Without a physical form, we cannot yet speak face to face. But do you see the 4 storehouses in the area?
Yes. Me normal now. Okay, cool. We're good.
I would ask you to visit each of them and assemble a body for
Do you know if like something, if you overdo something, it doesn't become good anymore? That's where we're at with that.
This is my request to you, Link. Loyal swordsman to Zelda.
Yeah. Your internet hates you. You're having problems. Your battery is at 2. Oh, on your phone? Oh, wasn't there a light route here? Let me grab this light route here. Yeah, so I changed some of my mic settings because I was saying this yesterday, but it may just because like I wasn't saying it earlier on. Whenever I was saying it, you know, like when you hear your own voice, it sounds odd. Maybe it's like that, but I noticed like on my live streams, like my voice would sound way too bassy, so I had to fart around with some settings. should I put on? The Fierce Deity mask? There we go. Echoes of Wisdom looks rubbish. Breath of the Wild, best game. Echoes of Wisdom's really good. But if you are going to play Echoes of Wisdom, I would highly recommend, if you don't have one, then you can't do this, but I would highly recommend playing it on the Switch 2 edition. Because even though it hasn't got an official Switch 2 edition, they did put a patch on the Switch 2 version to make it run and look 100 times better, just like they did with Link's Awakening as well. You like the 3D open world game. Well, the thing is, what was your first introduction to Zelda? Was it Breath of the Wild? Because you're quite young, right? Are you young? What was your first introduction to Zelda? Because if it was Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you're probably not gonna like the older style Zelda games because they're different. When I was small. When you were young. The NES one? Oh, the original Zelda? The OG Legend of Zelda? What's the triangle with eye in it mean? Where? Are you on about... There's no triangle with the eye in it in this game, but if you're talking about in general, there is a thing called the Illuminati, but I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Whoa! You like Breath of the Wild more? Well, I mean, same here, but, you know, it's completely different style of game as well, isn't it? You gotta remember, like, the original Legend of Zelda came out in, like, 1980 something. I don't even know when it came out. Like 1984, maybe? Something like that? In Zelda, we see that. A triangle with an eye in it. I'm not quite sure. I can't think off the top of my head what you're referencing, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where would you see the triangle with the eye in it in Zelda? Maybe the Triforce. Well, the Triforce doesn't have an eye in the middle of it. I mean, the Sheikah has an eye symbol, but Sheikah's eye symbol isn't a triangle. Maybe not an eye, but an upside-down triangle. Well, if you look at the Triforce, yes, there is an upside-down triangle in the middle of the Triforce. Just because of the way... Well, just because the way... if you put three triangles together like that, then yes, there is going to be a upside-down triangle. There's no triangle and eye symbol though. As far as I can remember, anyway. That didn't work. Why is Nightbot so glitchy? What are you doing? See, Nightbot's deleted all your messages now. Nightbot is a drunk. Maybe. There we go. We got it. Nightbot took it too seriously. Exactly. Exactly. Where's my... Oh, there is. Where's my left leg gone? What is this up here, though? Oh, a chest. Okay. Oh, I might as well get the chest. Gonna go for like 20 minutes? No problem. I shall still be here. Well, this is unfortunate. Ban Nightbot? No. I'll ban you, though. Do you just ban Nightbot's... Did you just ban? Did you just assume Nightbot's gender, by the way? How could you do that in the year of 2025? It's a joke, by the way. Wait a minute. Wait, how do I get... Hold on a sec. Oh, there we go. All right, click the break. That's okay. That's just. Can we stop now? I did ask. I did ask to keep doing that.
Well, Link.
I don't want the chat just to be, I know, just all I can see on the chat is message deleted, message deleted, message deleted, message deleted, and then I can't read if anybody types anything because all the messages disappear. We've established that Nightbot will time you out if you spam 18 or more characters. We get it. It's all good. We understand. You like breaking Tears of Kingdom pots. Exactly. How far away is that? What the hell? This is so far down. This is not part of the construct building. This is not where I need. This is going to take me out, right? This is going to take me into a Yiga clan thing. No, there's a Korok there. I don't care. Okay, let's okay, so I went over there. Wait there, fellas. Oh, actually, doesn't matter. Okay, just wait there a moment. I'll be back, okay? You were 1 minute behind. Yeah, that does happen when you have an internet problems. You gonna be there when Gamescom? Are you asking me, am I going to be at Gamescom? No. No. Am I gonna watch the Gamescom stuff? Yeah. You were 14 minutes behind. That's a lot more than one. Hey, Riju, come here. Yeah, there's always a there's like a 10-second delay normally, just because when you're streaming in 1440p, you can't have it as like really low latency. Right, where am I at now? Right arm depot. Your internet's finally working. Well, that's good then. We're just gonna take it up like this. All right, what do we have here then? Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember this that much. Oh, chest! Look at that. I can tell how I can tell all the lighting's off with my camera. Is my hair looks black. My hair isn't black, it's brown. Like dark brown. Right, can I just do this again? Give me... Didn't work very well. What games similar to Zelda do I know any games similar to Zelda? No. But there are ones that are for sure out there. They are for sure out there, but I don't know of any. You're back. Welcome back. No. There's definitely a better way of doing this, but I'm determined to do it the way I feel like I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. But I know there's a better way of doing this. You know what? I'm going to do it the way I should probably do it. Not like that, though. Da, 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 da. You want to do it the way I want to do it, exactly. Although, this was definitely the easier way of doing it. You know, the way that it was probably intended. Is there any rockets here? I know what it wants me to do here, but once again, I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it. I'm running low on rockets though. Wahey! Look at that. Easy. Timu Magnesis. I mean, I think Magnesis is a Timu Ultrahand. Because magnesis, you can only pick up metallic objects. Ultrahand, you can pick up any object. So who's the Timu? You think about it. Tell me you prefer Breath of the Wild without telling me you prefer Breath of the Wild. Would I be down for a YouTube reaction stream? Well, I was actually, funny you should say that. Recently, I did ask if people would be interested in me reacting to the Zelda TV cartoon series from like 1980, in the 1980s. Because I'd never watched it before and I didn't even know it was a thing until the other day. But besides that, I mean, who's going to be, what am I going to react to? Plus, I'm not one of these people, you know, like you get like people who do reaction streams to stuff and they're all like, oh my God. Like, you know, like they're so like animated. I'm not like that. And I couldn't force it because all these people, most of these people, I would say 99% of the people who do these like crazy reaction stuff, they're all faking it. They're all over exaggerating their stuff because they know people will click on it. So you won't catch me doing that. Like, oh, can you believe? I can't believe this happened. Oh my God. Like if something crazy happened, I'd just be like, oh, right, that was weird. All right, that's cool. You know, I can't do that. Didn't know Zelda other than games. Yeah, I mean, there's a kid's cartoon from the 1980s, which until the other day I didn't know existed. Fake reaction, no, not fake reactions, but no, I'm saying a lot of times when people react to stuff, it is fake because they overreact to stuff. Just videos on YouTube. But like what? But what though? What would I watch? Why would anybody want to watch me do anything, let alone react to random YouTube videos? Yeah. Oh no, man. Doesn't seem right that that's. Is that where I'm supposed to go? React to funny stuff, but isn't reaction stuff like, I'd understand if like I had, you know, hundreds of viewers or something like that, or even more, but when you barely get 5 people watching, there's not going to be many people that are going to want to watch me just sit and react to things. Plus I feel like live reaction stuff is more of a Twitch thing. Sheikah is dead, but the Zonia are born. The Sheikah aren't dead, but none of their technology's around anymore, well, for the most part. Besides this bad boy. Like, what am I going to react to? And I feel like a lot of the stuff nowadays, like the big, like, reaction content. Reaction stuff was pretty big, like, a couple of years ago. Like, maybe, like, 7 years ago. Like, when people used to laugh at, you know, PewDiePie used to do, you laugh, you lose. Or, people used to do, you know, if you laugh, you lose. All that kind of stuff. Now I think the only way people watch are big on react content if it's political. Like if you react to political memes or political content, that's what people watch. But they're only going to want to watch that from people who are into politics. Now I watch some of this political stuff. I'm not a political person, but you know, when I watch a lot of this American politics stuff, it's really funny to me. Just because it doesn't affect me really. We can say the same thing about playing games. Not a lot of people want to see you play stuff. How fucking rude. Sorry for the F-bomb, but that is extremely rude. Not a lot of people want to watch me play stuff. Yes, but my stuff that I do is playing games. If I was to just randomly start reacting to Donald Trump memes or people talking about free Palestine and Ukraine crap, it isn't me. Gotta go. No problem. Click a brick. Thanks for tuning in. But Sona, you got to be careful how you say it. You're just saying, well, no. I never said that. Yeah, but the thing is, you know what? I will not be doing reaction stuff. There you go. Let's just leave it at that. If I ever do anything reacting to it, if I'm going to react to something, it has to be to something that I'm interested in. I'm not going to just start reacting to random memes on the internet for nobody to, for what reason? It doesn't make any sense. That's all I'm saying. But I never said that nobody wants to watch me play anything. I said I don't get many viewers. I didn't mention anything about playing games. You were the one that said, oh, but you don't get anybody watching you play games. It's very rude. That's quite a rude thing to say. I'm fully aware I don't get many viewers. But the thing is, the reason why I don't get many viewers is, one, I'm not very interesting. I literally just sit and play games and talk nonsense for 3, 4, 5 hours, right? I've not done anything controversial. I've not done anything. I'm not racist. I'm not homophobic. I don't have a criminal past. I don't say crazy stuff online. I don't blow my house up with fireworks. I don't do anything like that. So you're not gonna, I don't dress up in a wig and a mustache and call myself a doctor. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I literally just play games. So yeah, I'm not very interesting. But I'd rather be genuine and not pretend to try and fit into something where than just do stuff because it's popular. React content, to me, I feel like reacting to stuff like nowadays, it would have to be, everything's political. It's all political stuff. You said not a lot of people want to see you react to stuff. And I said we can say the same about the games. So you're saying to me that not a lot of people want to see me play games. That's what you said. I never said that. Your words don't make any sense. I said I don't get many viewers. I never said I don't get many. I never said people tune into my stream and go, oh, I don't want to watch this guy. He's playing a game. People, if anybody clicks on my stream, it's because I'm playing a game, right? Yeah? If I was to all of a sudden start reacting to the Ukraine war and whatever else, what's it, Israel and all that stuff, why would I do that? And you might say, well, I wasn't talking about Israel. But what my point is, I feel like if it's going to be big, if you're going to get popular, you have to be controversial when it comes to stuff like that. You can't not be controversial. You're going to have a polarizing... If I was to react to, say, memes about, I don't know, Joe Biden or whatever, that's a bit old now because Joe Biden's, he's not the president anymore of America. But I'm just using this as a reference, okay? I would sit here and just go, oh, okay. I don't have a polarizing opinion on that kind of stuff. So it doesn't make any sense for me to do that. But you just straight up said nobody wants to watch me play games. No, I never said that. See, you're mixing your words up with mine. I play games. If nobody watches, nobody watches. But my point is, nobody comes to the streams and go, oh, he's playing a game. I'm not going to watch this because he's playing a game. I'm all down for doing stuff like reactions, but my point is, one, why would I? And two, I see what you're saying, like, but it's straight up saying, oh, nobody wants to watch me play games doesn't make any sense. I literally look at every single video I've done on my channel since 2017. Every single one is playing a game. Except from one video where I reacted to one of the Zelda trailers, which was like an hour. That's it. I didn't say nobody wants to see you play the games. I'm just saying we can say the same thing. All right, well, let's just leave it at that then. People just want to have a good time. Yeah, but reacting to stuff is not going to be a good time. Because if I'm reacting to things, okay, let's watch a YouTube video right now, okay? Let's do it. I'm gonna sit here like this. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, did he just say that? Oh, that's strange. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, that was funny. That's it. That's all you're gonna see me, you know. That's all you're gonna see from me. This is not. That's all it's gonna be. Unless it was something I was interested in. But you're the only one that's ever asked me to do react stuff. So, yeah, it's probably not. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people who do react content. Like I said, the only thing I've ever suggested about reacting to was like literally a couple of days ago. I asked if anybody would be interested in seeing me react to the Zelda, react to the Zelda TV show from the 80s. Nah, that's the only thing I've suggested. I actually wanted some steering sticks, so I'm pleased with that. All right, what am I doing here? I've mentally zoned out of what I'm doing. Yeah, zonite. Right, why is this like this? What is this doing? Let's put that there. I'm on my boat. Really hard to steer a boat. All right, one more limb to collect for MINERU here. And it's her right leg.
One more left, Link. The body for my spirit is nearly complete.
So it's going to be over here. It's the one that's really high up. It's up there. The problem is, though, like, talking about streaming and stuff like that, which I was actually going to talk about it anyway, so at least you bringing up that has helped me remember what I was going to talk about originally. But we are at some point going to come to the end of Tears of the Kingdom. And then it'll be like, okay, what do I play next? Now, do I go and play more Zelda? Or what? I don't really know. Now, I've streamed Zelda. I think I've got... It's 160 odd streams of Zelda games on my channel. Now, there are some Zelda games I've never streamed, so maybe that's potentially something. But once again, I don't specifically just stream Zelda. I kind of want to stream whatever I want to stream. For example, Battlefield 6's beta is out right now, which I've been playing. But if I was to stream that, I mean, that's nothing like Zelda. See, that's the problem if you're quote, you know, streamer. I hate calling myself a streamer, even though that may sound ridiculous. But I'm not a streamer because being a streamer is a job, right? This isn't my job. But I am streaming, okay? So I guess if you want to say that, then that's fine. But the problem with it, like, I was talking about this last week or something like that, I think it was. But like, if you're streaming one game, for example, so for example, the last couple of weeks I've been streaming Zelda exclusively, right? So I did a playthrough of Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition. Now obviously we're here with Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition. I've got viewers and stuff like that who have tuned in because I'm playing Zelda, right? And maybe stuck around, which I appreciate, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, oh, you're only here because I play Zelda. No, I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying it's obviously people have came because I'm streaming Zelda and clicked on the channel because, oh, they want to watch somebody play through Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, right? But then the problem is when you go to stream something else. I've had playthroughs of streams where I've streamed for 30, 40 hours and not a single person's come to the streams, including people that have been here for previous streams and been very active and whatnot, right? So that's the thing. Now, I say I'm not going to just force myself to play a certain game because I'm getting, you know, views. Do I want to try a video when I'm done? No, I'm not doing reacting stuff. No, I'm not doing that. If I'm going to react to anything, it will be the 1980s Zelda cartoon, which I was planning on doing at some point. But besides that, no, I don't have any plans in doing react content. But yeah, so it comes to the point. Ooh, critical hit. It comes to the point where obviously if I want to play and stream something else, there's going to be bound to be people who ain't going to be bothered watching it, which I understand. But it's very frustrating because, like, you know, the whole point in streaming is the difference between streaming and doing pre-recorded content is the fact that when you do live streams, you get the, you know, the live not reaction, but the live viewers, right? Interaction is the word I'm looking for. Okay. If you do pre-recorded stuff, you know, which I will never... I've done pre-recorded stuff, but, you know, I don't do it generally. If you look at, like, the ratio of videos and streams on... videos to streams on my channel, it's a very highly in favor of streaming. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know... where's this? That's over here. I don't really know what I'm going to play next. Now, there's the Zelda games I can play. And I've said before, being a Zelda fan and playing Zelda for 30-odd years, I do have... Once a year, I go through, like, a Zelda phase where I, like, oh, I want to revisit Zelda games. Maybe, like, the other day, I played through Link's Awakening. Nobody came to the streams. I think I had one person popped in, that was about it. I played through the full Link's Awakening DX, and nobody came to the stream. Or maybe one or two people popped in, but nobody, you know, was watching the streams. Now that could be as well, like, that's why I say, like, if you want me to get if you want to help me, you know, get people to come to my streams, and then maybe things like doing reaction stuff could be something in the future. It's just stuff I don't really know. I've never thought about it, you know, properly. That's why I say, like, liking streams and stuff like that and liking videos is really important, because that's what gets people to see the streams. But that's only, you know, so if you're interested in helping out that way, then that's the best way to do it. Obviously subscribing as well if you haven't, but I just mean in general. That helps a lot to get, you know, if you're streaming, to get it out, if it basically to get it recommended. But it's been many times people came in and, well, it happened yesterday, you know, oh, this is in my recommended, I've decided to join, I've decided to, you know, come and say hello, that kind of thing. All right, do I have any rockets left? I must be low on rockets at this point. 2 rockets. Hey, look at that. Who needs that stuff when you got rockets, eh? For example, I was contemplating playing through A Link to the Past. Fun fact, and it's embarrassing to say as a self-confessed Zelda nerd, I have never beat or played fully through A Link to the Past. Just because at the time my first experience with Zelda was Link's Awakening for the Game Boy. And I got a Super Nintendo, like, when it was old. Like, I got a Super Nintendo, like, way after, like, something like, you know, so I never played A Link to the Past till years later. And I've never really liked it that much, which is obviously blasphemous to say if you're a Zelda fan and you say you don't really like, you know, you're not a big fan of A Link to the Past. That could be, you know, shocking to say, you know, considering it was one of the best games, or at least best Zelda games, you know, to be. But I've never really enjoyed it that much when I have played it. I have played it, I've just never beat it. So maybe that's something I could do. I don't know. Next. Why do you be that way? But yeah, like I say, I'm not a Zelda streamer, because there's only so much you can do unless you do like speed runs. You know, if you're a speed runner, then that's different, because you know you're learning speed runs. That's the whole goal of it. But I don't have the patience to be a speed runner. I would get too frustrated. If I was going to speed run a Zelda game, it would be Link's Awakening. But I just don't want to have to learn all the tricks and all that. I feel like I would get frustrated trying to learn it, and then I'd give up, because I would just get frustrated. And obviously, there's only so much you can do with a single player game. You know, I mean, there's not much you can do once you've beat the game. There's obviously completionist stuff, but I'm not a completionist, or anything like that. So I beat games to a point where I'm satisfied. Like with me, when it comes to games as well, I hit a point where, like, I hit a point where I'm done with the game, just because, like, say if I've been playing a game for, you know, 40 or 50 hours, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for the game to be done now. Like, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm ready for the game to be over. And that doesn't mean like I haven't enjoyed the game. It's just sometimes, you know, if you spend all your time just playing one game, and don't get me wrong, there's games where I have spent, you know, tons of time. If you think about the amount of hours I've played in the last 2 weeks of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I mean, they're all on my channel. Like, all the streams are there. And that doesn't include the stuff I've done off stream. Like, I've played the game off stream as well for hours, like just going around getting shrines and stuff, because my criteria for completing the game, or what I wanted to do for the playthroughs, was to get all the shrines as well, and all the memories, which I did in Breath of the Wild, and we're going to be doing it in this as well. But there's only so much, like, you know, that I want to, I mean, we sit there getting 152 shrines. That's going to be a lot of stream time, and it's just going to be literally running around just grabbing shrines. Oh, I was trying to land it right. I was trying to land it right at the construct here, but it didn't work. All right. Come on then, MINERU. I got you a body. It's MINERU.
Thank you, Link.
Screenshot. I actually quite like the one I have for this stream, actually, but thanks for reminding me.
We must recover my secret stone. It should be located here. Please, Link, let us go there together.
I think I've been pretty good with grabbing the screenshots, actually.
The path will be very dangerous.
Like, I think I've got some pretty good screenshots. Maybe not that one, though. What's this video I made? I made this video, apparently. What did I do here? Oh, I know what happens here. I know what happens here. Yeah, I blew myself up. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at getting the screenshots for these. Let's have a look at all my old screenshots. Hey, look, it's Deku Tree from Echoes of Wisdom. And these are old Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom Street. Is that Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild? That's Tears of the Kingdom, okay. As you can see, the majority of my screenshots and stuff are from Zelda games. I mean, look at all this. It's basically 95% Zelda stuff. And to be fair, the stuff that isn't Zelda isn't me. I never took these screenshots. This is not me. Nor this. What even game is this? What is this? I don't even know what this is. But oh, it's Super Mario Maker as well, I guess. But
Fortunately, this construct body you have built for me is hardly helpless.
yeah.
There is a platform nearby where we can explore its potential.
Magic.
Now hurry, Link. We must recover my secret stone.
Yep. Dun 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 dun. Pucha. Yep, attach one on the hand, your power in combat with magnified.
Aha!
Road to the secret stone is okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. How do I attach stuff? I didn't read it. I forgot how you do it. I was pressing the wrong button. Am I going the right way here? It's a shame she walks so slow. Let's go. Wait, don't I have to walk with her? Where is she? Is she up here or what? Oh no, she does come. I thought for some reason I thought I had to actually walk with her, but I don't. As in like, ride on her back. You can't ascend through a light route, can you? You can, but I mean, like, you... Oh, there's Hinox there. What I mean is you can't ascend all the way back up to the surface. Try killing him before he sits on me. A giant boomerang. What is that? Hey, I can get another cell now, I think. That's one thing I need to do is get more cells for my my battery pack thing. I've only got one upgrade so far. Whoa. Whoa. That's a lot. We gotta grab all this stuff. Well, it could take a while. Can I use you? Hold on, let me get on you. It's a lot of zonite. Oh, my bowl's gone. Wait, if I... Hold on, I'm going to try something here. I don't think this will work, but... Kinda worked. There's a lot of blow-upable stuff here. I'll come back to this big, large zonite deposit. Let's move on. Okay.
Aha.
Maybe modified in some way. Rocket back. Right hand. Oh, there we go. Now we're actually at the Spirit Temple. Oh, is there stuff I gotta do here? I don't remember doing anything here. I do not remember I don't remember there being an actual temple. I thought the Spirit Temple was building MINERU. I don't remember this at all. Hello, owl person. Whoa. I don't remember this. Oh, isn't it just a fight? It's just a fight, isn't it? It's a fight with the original construct that MINERU built. Now I remember. Now I remember. Thanks for the likes, by the way. I appreciate it.
That construct! I made it long ago! But the glow... It must be under the control of something monstrous!
I wonder what that could be.
If the Demon King has turned my creation into his pawn, we must defeat it.
Yeah.
We can do this together, Link.
Sure. Ah.
Let's go.
Oops.
We have to stop that construct.
Welcome back.
These devices are very dangerous. Be careful. That worked.
This is a boss. You are correct.
Maybe we can make use of the devices around us.
Okay. Let's try again. Link is indeed dead.
That worked.
You actually hit me there? How?
Devices are very dangerous. Be careful.
Big robot. Yeah, if you look in the Age of Imprisonment trailer, right at the end, where you hear Phi's tune, or the Ballad of the Goddess, you see a construct being built, and it looks like it's this one. Also, this reminds me of Coloctus from Skyward Sword.
It brought out more arms. Be careful. We won't last long at this rate. We need to find another approach.
At the end of the trailer, yeah, you see a construct being built, and it could be this one. No, I didn't mean to do that. No. Get on. Why is it only you can else text in the chat? No one needs to text. No one needs to type anything. Some people like to lurk. That's what happens when you don't get any viewers, you know. Sometimes you just, you know, some people don't want to constantly chat, which is fine. Obviously, the more people you get watching, the more likely is just people going to be chatting in the chat, you know. Just the way it is. Bow, bow, bow. What's the crown when #1 mean? I don't know. You get XP for chatting or something. You're the first one to chat in a while. You have 200 XP apparently, whatever that means. What is the leaderboard? A place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream. How do you get the leaderboard? You need to collect XP. You can get XP by sending live chats or sending super chats. Blink. My green secret stone. What that thing? That is a secret stone. And this is MINERU's secret stone. This is MINERU.
Zelda asked me to aid you, Link.
Yeah.
I am the Sage of Spirit, and one of the Zonai. MINERU.
MINERU. Let's take a screenshot of her.
I am glad to meet you, Link. I must thank you. It is because of you that we have recovered my secret stone. Originally, my intent was to awaken when you first found the Porapad.
Is that the shield, the
Then to
radiant
guide
shield
you
from
to
Breath
my
of the Wild?
construct
I believe
and
so,
assist
yeah.
you on your journey. I had not anticipated a battle with that same construct. You have proven quite adept, and I am grateful for all your efforts. Link, here. In the name of MINERU, Sage of Spirit, I grant my power unto you.
You have that? I think it's a radiant shield anyway.
It will
It may be a
serve you
different
well.
variant, but I think it is. Gerudo shield. I don't have the power of purple in my arm.
With this power I've given, a deep bond has been forged between us.
Yeah.
And from this point forward, my spirit will reside within that construct. I will help you however I can. Aha!
I'm the one who lived in a distant past in the age of Hyrule's founding. Circumstances forced me to forsake my body and become a being of pure spirit. Long have I slumbered within Zelda's Purapad in order to share what I knew when it passed into your hands. I apologize that our meeting has been so delayed. The Demon King's interference is to blame. Nevertheless, I ask your pardon.
Well then.
Now, on the topic at hand, in my own age, a distant past, from your perspective, Zelda awakened as a Sage of Time and appeared before us. What I must relate to you is a tragedy that occurred in Hyrule's history. At its crux was Zelda, who held a secret stone and traversed time.
Aha!
She made a momentous decision in those days gone by. I would have you know that of the resolve she poured into that blade, the Master Sword.
Long ago, my people, known as the Zonai, came down from the heavens to the surface of the world. It was said they were descendants of gods.
Yeah.
They bore treasures from these same gods, secret stones capable of amplifying the abilities of those who possessed them. Using the knowledge of the Zonai, my younger brother Rauru became a great leader. He met a young woman named Sonia, and they would wed.
And have loads of babies!
Rauru gifted Sonia one of the secret stones. Together, they sought to establish their kingdom. This is how the kingdom of Hyrule, with Rauru and Sonia as its first king and queen, came to be. The future looked bright. However, tragedy suddenly struck.
Yeah.
A man of great evil emerged from the desert. The leader of the Gerudo, Ganondorf, killed Queen Sonia and stole her secret stone.
He did.
Using the secret stone, Ganondorf transformed into the Demon King. He then created swarms of monsters and attacked. Hyrule rose up to face these threats. But the evil power driving the monsters forward was staggering. The defenders were on the brink of defeat.
Nightbot is good now.
Rauru then
Well,
came up with
if
a
you
plan
spam loads
to
of stuff,
turn
it's
the
gonna
tide of the
it's gonna,
war.
you know, do its thing. If you
He
don't, then it
entrusted
doesn't.
secret stones to warriors with exceptional abilities. They became sages and united in an effort to finally defeat the Demon King. Rauru and the sages outnumbered the Demon King and should have been able to stop him. However, the Demon King's power had grown far beyond anything we could have imagined. I was unable to withstand his strength.
Gotta go, no problem.
Our fight appeared all but lost. And then,
Rauru opened his third eye.
he committed himself to one final act.
That pride will be your downfall, Ganondorf!
Screenshot.
My heart and steal my magic. You plan to hold me here. A clever way to solve your problems. But are you ready to pay the price for this?
Don't be so smug. I know exactly what it will cost me.
Thousands of years will pass in the blink of an eye. You only delay the inevitable.
You're wrong. Years from now, someone will appear with the sword that seals the darkness. A swordsman with the power to defeat you.
You know, the one that you can just shatter, like.
This name.
Link. Interesting. I look forward to meeting you.
I've always found it interesting, Ganondorf's design in this game. Because when he becomes, you know, the Demon King Ganondorf, they've obviously visually made him look like Demise quite a lot. If you look at Demise, besides his hair isn't as long, but if you look at Demise, and I understand, yeah, but Ganondorf is like he's a cursed. He's basically Demise if you think about it. Yeah, I know, but what I mean is, if you look at his visual appearance looks very the closest to Ganondorf has looked like Demise. You know this tragedy as the imprisoning war. Though it took all we were able to give, we succeeded in imprisoning the Demon King. But I was wounded in the process. My body was soon to expire. That is when Zelda came to me, bearing a decade and broken sword. Yes, you will record how the Master Sword vanished from your hand at a Temple of Time. From there, I traveled into the distant past, appearing in Zelda's hands. And now you hold it once again.
You're saying that sword traveled through time the same way you did?
Yeah, man.
Yes, but more importantly, in my original time, the Demon King was vulnerable to even the smallest piece of this sword.
Even someone like him has vulnerabilities. Then, What exactly are you suggesting we do with the sword?
Over
I will
time,
still never forgive
the Master Sword is able to absorb
Breath of the Wild
sacred
and Tears of the
power.
Kingdom.
It can heal itself and even grow stronger.
Curious. If we were
For the
able
fact
to
that you
empower
don't
it
need
in
the
that
Master
way,
Sword to beat
it
Ganon
could
or
be the
Ganondorf.
key to defeating the Demon King. But it could take centuries for that sword to grow strong enough. The power the Demon King wields.
I understand in the
I do
original
not see how
Zelda,
this can
you
be
don't need
done.
it because it
would
didn't
be
exist.
impossible for you to provide it with sacred power for so long.
I
But-
can think of one way.
The only thing that could ever kill Ganondorf before was the Master
mean-
Sword, but now you can just basically
Yes.
use anything.
I can do it. I have to.
I've told you, that act is forbidden for a very good reason. It would mean throwing yourself away.
Oh, shut up. The whole thing, draconification thing as well, that doesn't make any sense. Apparently, if you swallow the secret
Won't be
stone,
able to change back.
and you won't be able to change back, but apparently Zelda can, because
The moment I had the sword, I
just
knew what
because
to
she's
do.
Zelda, I guess.
I knew this was why I came to this era. I want to restore the Master Sword and deliver it to Link.
I understand. You really have made up your mind? Very well then. As a Zonai, I bear my share of blame for these events. So I too will devote myself to this goal and to this hero of yours. For
Yeah,
the swordsman
I
Link,
had like
I
a
will do
thought,
everything
because
I
like
can.
they talk about the not the
Even
Picori,
if
they
my
talk about
body should
the
perish,
Zonai, right?
I will still be with
And, like,
you in spirit.
They just appeared from nowhere, really, in the Zelda story, right? They just appeared. They're beings from the sky and related to gods or whatever. And I just looked it up there, but if you look at the design, so I always thought the Picori. Okay, because the Picori lived in the skies. And you don't know who the Picori are. They're like the small little miniature beings in Minish Cap. And if you look at a Picori visually, I know the Picoris are tiny little beings, but if you look at a Picori visually, they bear a striking resemblance to the Zonai. Now, what I've thought was, what if the Picori are some sort of millennia, like as in like the Zoras evolved into the Rito because of the lands got flooded and some of them went on land and they became the Rito, right? And also there's enemies in this game, for example, the Gibdos. The Gibdos in this era look like almost still look like mummified things, but they also fly and they have wings like big moths, right? So what if like the Picori in some sort of way are like a distant evolved version of, sorry, the Zonai are evolved forms of the Picori somehow. If you look at a Picori, they look visually similar to a Zonai. And the Picori were supposed to be in Breath of the Wild, but they scrapped it. Afterwards, Zelda and I discussed strategy. We laid in the groundwork for guiding you in a distant future. Before the gloom's affliction took my life, I became a spirit and entered the Purapad. Then Zelda did what she felt she must and began the forbidden process. She believed you would use the Master Sword to defeat the Demon King and restore peace to Hyrule.
Aha!
You already have in hand the hope that Zelda left you, the sword that seals the darkness, the Master Sword.
Well then.
That you don't actually need. But anyway, go now, Link. With the sword of hope that Zelda, that left Zelda. With the sword of hope that Zelda left to you, you will surely smite Demon King Ganondorf. Yeah, but I got the Zora's domain to go to first. Guidance from ages past. All right. Yeah, this quest gets automatically triggered or triggered after you beat all of the yeah, this quest gets triggered after you beat the 4 dungeons. Oh, hi. I'm a smithing construct. MINERU created me to try and unlock hidden potential of Zonite charge. I was made with a unique ability to temper Zonite for weapons and equipment. I was driven into hiding when a minion of the Demon King occupied the Spirit Temple. But you and MINERU have cleared the way. I can perform my work once again. You have my wholehearted thanks. I would ordinarily not work for anyone other than MINERU, but you are a special case. I've got to exchange my special weapons and equipment with you. It will be up to you to provide the Zonite. Oh. Don't remember that. What about you? I have been asked by MINERU with gathering materials from the depths. This was meant to aid in her research. My progress was interrupted when the servant of the Demon King occupied the Spirit Temple. Your efforts have followed me to return to my duty. I offer you my deepest thanks. This is one of the fruits of my excavation. Take it with my gratitude. An ancient blade. I previously informed you that MINERU tasked me with excavating materials in this vicinity. As one such material was Zonite, I would ask you to offer me all that you can spare. Payment would be provided in return. 50 pieces of Zonite you supply. Will you trade it for an ancient blade? Sure. Thanks for materials. Please take this in return. Oh, okay. I see. For any materials you would like to give you another ancient blade. Isn't the ancient blades... Yeah, it's okay. Well, that was a spirit temple. I don't remember how the upgrading battery process works. Let me go to here. I can't remember how you do it. Or what you do. Don't I trade? Oh, I trade Zonite for the stuff. Okay. Okay. Got myself a new ring on my middle finger. Right, okay. I just couldn't remember how this works. Okay. Let me nip over to here, go to the battery thing. So I think it costs 100. I don't know if it costs more each time you get a battery, but I need some more cells for my my battery. Hello. Yep. Get producing. Oh, so it does cost more. Okay. That makes sense. See, I don't remember this this mechanic my first playthrough, so there's a lot of stuff about Tears of the Kingdom that I don't remember actually. But that's probably because I only played through it one time. Like Breath of the Wild, I played through that like 4 or 5 times before I played through it again on the Switch too, so oh, it's because I got 2 cells, that's why. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do these 2 shrines, and then that'll be it for the stream, I think. It's a bit of an early one. Say an early one. I've been streaming for a bit of a shorter stream, but That was my plan anyway. It wasn't to be like a 4 or 5 hour stream. Oh, this is sinking sand. Whoops. Right, I've got 2 shrines to do over here. That means I'll have 4 light blessings, right? Oh, I need 1, but we'll do 2 of both of them anyway. Look how MINERU runs. Da, 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 da. Drifting flame. Sneaky. See, I can't... See, I can't move that. Yeah, I can't move that far enough. Oh, I can't grab that? Okay. Well, I guess what I can do is, hold on. I guess we do this. Yeah, it's too high. I think I may still have it too high. I don't know. Oh, it's too low now. Oh, that actually worked. Oh, crap. Yeah, okay. Bit. All right. Well, I got my one blessing. I'm going to trade that in. Back to Lookout Landing. Do 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 do. Go bring peace to the world. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bit of a shorter one, but we did what I need to do, which is the Spirit Temple. If anybody wants to watch any of the other streams. There's a link in the description for the plays of this playthrough and also all the other Zelda playthroughs I've done. Linked in the description. I'm gonna go. Be back again tomorrow. I don't know if I think tomorrow stream maybe just like going around. I want to get like maybe clearing up some side quests and stuff like that, and getting some more shrines, and then maybe we'll just go to Zora's Domain and do that. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Goodbye.